Welcome inside another edition of Celtics Roundtable here on CLNS Media. CLNS Media, the leading online provider of audio video coverage of your Boston Celtics. Evan Valenti, Sam Sheehan, Lucky's Pipe, Matt Ignall producing this show. And we are joined by the legendary Riffs man, Hebert of Riffs. He's a longtime Croatia fan, longtime Pelicans fan, 69. This is going to be fun. So I just want to throw this out there first. Call us a deep tease in the business. Later on in the show, I asked for a bunch of thick, jacked memes. I think
the good stuff.
Or what? Yeah, good stuff. Thursday, Wednesday on Twitter, and you guys out there in the Celtics universe did the best job of all time flooding our mentions with thick, jacked memes. So later on in the show, we're going to get to all the memes you sent us. I don't know what's going to happen. Sam has no clue. The Riffs man has no clue. LP is the guy that knows what's going to happen here. So we're going to roll with that later on in the show. But first, we bring the Riffs man on for his very, very, I would call it, I don't know, expert opinion on Robert Williams. The Celtics drafted Robert Williams. I was in the first round, 27 overall in the draft from Texas A&M. It's not been a rocky road for Robert Williams. So Riffs man, educate us as to why this is the best path for a guy of Robert Williams' talent.
Hell yeah, dude. So first off, he's a genius, and I'll explain this.
Okay.
He is specifically the genius of love they sing about in the Tom Tom Club song Genius of Love. And there's no, in the dimension where George Clinton and Bootsy Collins live, right? There's no beginning and there is no end. So time doesn't exist there. So he literally does not have to go to practice or do anything ever. So just right there, I mean, he's the best pick we've ever made.
Better than Smart. He's better than Shemi Ojale, who is the foreman of the Ojale factory. He's better than
Bill Russell.
Out of all of them, he's the best pick.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, anytime that you've can have an opportunity to draft a man whom exists in the fabric between time and space, this is why he was forgetting his wallet everywhere. You don't need money when you can just travel wherever you need to on a whim.
Can we talk about that for a minute? Robert Williams got through USA pre-check security without ID. That might be the coolest thing.
That's
people
cool. Yeah.
He did it just to prove he could,
At a certain point, you can just do things. Everyone's talking about this is a negative. How easy is it going to be for him to get through to the rim when he can just go in a post 9/11 America, just breeze through TSA? That's a real roller.
I got to tell you, I think personally he's a visionary because his whole method and strategy next time to avoid it is that he's going to glue his phone to his wallet so that he can lose both of them and Danny won't be able to call him and get mad.
Dude, he's stranded in the middle of the woods. No, nothing. No, nobody to call. No wallet to buy his way out.
They cannot track him down with global positioning satellites or anything, so he can literally play it off as having been in a fugue state where he just wound up in New Mexico. So, I'm pretty sure he's solved the problem, and this isn't going to be a problem ever again.
Yeah,
honestly, going to be the best week of content when nobody can track down Robert Williams, and he's having a freaking out-of-body experience in the middle of Montana.
I want to kind of educate the listeners real quick because I don't know if everyone heard this. This is when he found out that he lost his phone, and these are the direct quotes from Robert Williams. He called his friend, DJ Hogg, who was 3 hours away in Dallas with his wallet, and he said, "I was like, yo, bro, I can't get my wallet. DJ, send me my wallet." And then, however, Williams said Hogg told him it would be too expensive to have the wallet shipped overnight. I was like,
overnight shipping? That stuff is expensive.
It is expensive. And he's like, but Robert, I was like, bro, you have money, bro. But he just brought it out here to Las Vegas. So we need to acknowledge that this Robert Williams has a friend who thought overnighting a wallet from Texas was too expensive, and instead he drove it to Las Vegas.
Spin zone. Spin zone. People like playing with Robert Williams so much. Yeah. But they're willing to drive his wallet 3 miles in the opposite direction, or 3 hours in the opposite direction to get it to him. So people like playing with Robert Williams. It's going to fit into the chemistry thing that the Celtics already have going on. Again, I gotta ask you, Riffs, man, would you have taken Robert Williams #1 overall in the draft or no?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Because
I literally know nothing about basketball. All I know is which ones look cool, and that's I'm riding on pure instinct, baby.
Serious
I love
question.
how that conversation rules though, because it was like that Chappelle Show episode where he's asking the dude to drop the bass. He's like, DJ, turn them shits up. Dude, he got his friend to like FedEx himself in a box with his wallet.
I'm all in on Robert Williams. I think that this is like, in all seriousness, like I do want to like push, but we've like been joking the whole time. But anyone who thinks that this is in any way indicative of how good of a basketball player Robert Williams can be, like he's young, dude. Like he's insanely young. So I think Robert Williams, you know, he's perfect for what the Celtics need. Celtics needed a talented big man. They didn't get the Lakers pick, and they still got probably one of the 5 or 6 most talented big men in the draft. So it's just, you know.
You watch like Mitchell Robinson, right? And he's got like 6 blocks that game against the Celtics of whatever, how many points, like 8 rebounds, I think. And you're like, well, pretty sure Robert Williams can do that. And like Mitchell Robinson played in college last year. Robert Williams is a much more, I think, skilled player than a guy like Mitchell Robinson. I don't know how they lucked out. They really did luck out. Like sometimes when you think about the draft and the accuracies of the draft and how people like screw that up, it's like, how did the Celtics end up with Robert Williams?
I'll tell you
know.
exactly how. No, I'll tell you exactly how.
Tell me how.
The person we're on the show with posted it into reality. That's like what happened. Like, well, was it surreal at all for you on draft night to just see him, like Mo Wagner, whatever the hell his name is, go ahead of like Robert Williams just because, like, I feel like there was like GM blacking out, like they heard Miles Davis for like 2 seconds, and they picked someone else as just is part of the Riffs man.
The Riffs man.
Did you mind Sherpa the other GMs? Like
no, this is more of a blood curse than a mind Sherpa thing.
Yeah, okay.
But like it became surreal when the Jazz picked Grayson Allen. Because then I knew we weren't gonna do something insanely uncool.
Yeah.
No, this is like, in the grand scheme of things, this wasn't that outrageous for me to get this.
No,
Yeah.
I just think it's outrageous that he fell that far. Like that, he should not be at 27. I'm sorry, shouldn't be there.
Well, I think something happened with his agent that was really dumb. Like his agent like misinterpreted how high of a, like his original agent, I think, misinterpreted how high his stock was and didn't have him work out at the combine. So that kind of gave people, and then the what do they call that thing with his veins or something? His lower legs.
Yeah, whatever that weird like.
Yeah, right. The disease that he has. Yeah, whatever it is.
But also, I think he was horribly utilized at A&M because like
awful.
I mean, 17.
He was playing a 4
rolls.
for like a lot of minutes. Like
they ran pick and roll with him as a
year.
guy like 9 times. Like what?
It was 17. Yeah, exactly 17.
That's outrageous.
You have a 7'14" wingspan. Maybe we should play you at the 4. I think that would be a good use of your talents.
Absolutely.
Let's give it a try.
Is this agent Happy Walters? Out of curiosity.
No. Fortunately not.
Yeah.
I don't know. He screwed up where he should be drafted. I've been giving Happy Walters a hard time lately just because I think he grossly mismanaged the Marcus Smart market to the point where Smart now has to play for half the money he was offered in the summer of last year. He's going to play for $6 million and hope that his 3-point shot gets to 35%. I don't think it's going to be a valuable thing, but Robert Williams, man, I look, you've been at the forefront of the Robert Williams train. Ever since I saw him do pull-ups with legit chains on, I've been sold.
Yeah.
For this to happen for you, Hebert, must have been a big deal.
It was a momentous occasion in my life, mostly because I think there's a part of me that dies every game where we can't out-rebound another team. Just watching him sail away. So this is like he can get every contested rebound. Basically, everybody does the catch radius thing because that picture is so hilarious. But
It's massive.
He can,
It's massive,
he can
baby.
he can literally get up over anybody except for like Mo Bamba now.
Yeah.
Like drafting Robert Williams is 100% a life-changing experience. And for me, a life-changing experience is when I switched to Simple Contacts. Today's show is brought to you by Simple Contacts. Simple Contacts is a convenient way to renew your contacts lens prescriptions. Reorder your brand of contacts from anywhere in minutes. It is vision care simplified. We all know, everybody knows how big of a pain going to the eye doctor is to renew your prescription. Okay, you wait in the office for what can feel like hours, days, months, years. You have to figure out like number one, number two better. Like number one, number two. It's a hassle. Not anymore, because Simple Contacts brings the doctor to you wherever you need it. You can take a vision test at home and have it finished in just 5 minutes. Then a real doctor reviews your test. He writes your new prescription, but this is not a replacement for your full periodic eye exam. But if you want to update your script in minutes, log on to simplecontacts.com. Just a refill, then upload a picture of your prescription. Simple Contacts handles the rest. The contacts lens prices are unbeatable. The vision test is only $20, shipping free. And best of all, our listeners get $30 off their first Simple Contacts order with the promo code CelticsBeat. Try it for yourself. Save $30 today on your lenses by going to simplecontacts.com/CelticsBeat or enter the code CelticsBeat at checkout. Simplecontacts.com, CelticsBeat, the promo code for $30 off your first order. Evan Valenti, the Riffs man, Hebert of Riffs, a lifelong Pelicans fan, lifelong Croatian fan, 69 is with us. Sam Sheehan's here. Lucky's Pipe is here. Medignall is producing this show. He is in the background. He is here. And we are now going to embark on what is going to be what I would say a memorable journey here. Wednesday, Thursday,
Memorable
one of those
journey,
days.
my man.
I'd say Wednesday is when I did this.
Easy. It's right
Memorable.
there. Boom.
I went on our Twitter handle, which is at CLNS Roundtable, if you don't already follow it. And I asked for all the thick, jacked memes you can send us. And I got to tell you, you guys, all of you out there, absolutely crushed it. Our mentions were unbelievable. And so what we did is we took notice of all the ones that we really like. And Lucky composed a nice little slideshow for us.
Little
we are going
PowerPoint.
to view and go
Get
through.
with the PowerPoint.
Yeah, the PowerPoint. But I just want I want to take some time. You guys are the greatest people of all time, the people that send us this stuff. I laughed for hours. This was so great. I cannot wait to relive it right now with the Riffs man, Hebert of Riffs. So, LP, take us away, man. We got memes on deck. Let's rock and roll.
Right. So we got this.
We have a Rambo. Shemi Ojale. Rambo 2, Shemi Ojale. Let's rock. Who's this?
Clint Eastwood.
I love it.
At Hershey,
That's
21.
Awesome.
This is like one where Semi is on mission. Instead of killing people, he's just like going around like being swole. The corrupt cops hate him. This is a better movie.
Ox for dinner.
Yeah,
dude, that gun is armed with an Ojale. Like,
he's almost as ripped as Shemi is in real life, like IRL. That's almost as close to what Shemi's body looks like.
I mean, that's a little bit more glamour than it is battle tested, combat approved. But
yeah, exactly. This is not combat missiles. This is all. Sly's hubris, showing off. Semi doesn't worry about that. He worries about putting nerds like Kevin Knox in the hurt chamber.
Shemi Ojale doesn't use steroids like Stallone did in this movie. All right, LP, next one. Let's rock. Michael Chiklis, Fantastic Four, and Shemi Ojale.
Why does that look like the Mike Bibby picture that came out? Like it's
Mike
the
Bibby
same
as Mike Chiklis as Shemi Ojale. All right, next one.
Softcore dancing up in this bitch with Super Thick James.
No, this is one of my favorites, low key, one of my favorites. Thick James, Super Thick, with Yabusele's face on it. Mr. Mello. This was
ass records.
Low key, one of my favorite ones we got on that day. This is so great because it combines two of my favorite things: Yabu's ass and Rick James, and I can't get any. This doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, my only slight critique is there's not enough Yabu ass. That's my only critique. Otherwise, a flawless meme.
I just want to point out to those of you listening on your podcast app, stop being nerds and watch this on YouTube because it's way better. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Listen,
if
there's one thing that's like insanely cool, it's like watching hours and hours of YouTube. Alphas in their own regard are like on YouTube all the time. So like, maybe make some life changes. Stop listening to podcasts on your like travel, like it's NPR, nerds.
Right. I'm a big fan of that last one, Super Thick, but I can see Meghan Markle's really excited about something here. I currently have there we go. She's really obviously, again, the amount of Yabu ass we got from you guys on the Twitter sphere is simply remarkable, and some of them were so good. Now we have Meghan Markle at some sort of royal event from Tweet Davidson reacting to how thick, jacked, and bodacious the badonkadonk on Yabu is. So it is spectacular, though. I'll give her some credit. It's better than Harry's, no question.
Oh yeah.
Not even close. Like I do respect him, like, kind of showing respect to Yabu's ass.
Yeah, stand up in the air like I don't have anything on that. But congratulations, sir. Next one.
Dick Dixon.
Shout out to Dick Dixon.
The sources of factories of the thick jacked Beaujolais frame.
The Beaujolais factory.
He's been flexing since like draft night. The fact that he took over the draft with like the way he would manipulate the vocabulary to like be like the Celtics are enamored with Robert Williams. That was a beautiful masterpiece.
It was like this on a draft night. He's like, well, the Boston Celtics sources are telling me are at the center of erotic city and ready to bust for Robert Williams.
They are busting for my boys.
They're busting the seams for us. That was an amazing night for Adrian Wojnarowski. That whatever they're paying him just for that night specifically, I think that was like
it was worth the whole contract.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and he was one of like 18
Incredible.
million of this type of meme that we got from everybody. But this one's the best because it includes Robert Williams making like this face at Shemmy's ass. Again,
Zach,
took over the internet.
Bunch of underscores E with the at Zach bunch of
Like,
underscores.
that's a face you make when you played bass for the Ohio Players. I mean, he's showing some respect to that thing.
I have nothing for follow up on that. That was perfect, Hebert. That's the face you make when you're playing bass for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and you're playing what's a Shooting Star, and you're just riffing on it.
Just grooving it.
It's grooving.
Switch it up. A little Jabari Bird.
I am so pro Bird Gang. I Bird.
Yeah.
I love he has his own documentary video crew following him around right now.
Hell yeah.
I really do love Jabari Bird, and LP has been on Jabari Bird since high school. I will give him that. I know that. But I do love Jabari Bird. That guy hustles his ass off. Shout out to Spartan117.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean. Yeah.
This one's great. I love Jabari Bird. So any Jabari Bird meme, man.
I have a question for Ryan on this one. Would you pay Jabari Bird all of the money out of the Abdel Nader jar at this point?
Dude, there's like $32. If he wants it, he can have
it. In the Nader jar?
Dude, if I started that from
nothing.
I started that in the last month of the season, and if I had done it the whole year, I would have been in like another bankruptcy.
Oh man, now he's a king status. Efren, if you guys know about Efren Ramos, this guy,
Yeah.
No, he was the all-star. So the final two are both of my boy Efren. Yeah. Dude, he was all-star this thread. He was throwing all of them out. First one is our one and only GIF of meme of the, and it's Jalen just looking at his big bud of Yabusele.
We have a Syracuse somewhat connection, and I love this guy. He is the king right now. And LP, I love you very much. You know that, but Efren is just killing it right now. It's no question about it.
I mean, this covers all the bases in terms of our canon. Insanely cool. Yabusele's ass. Shades. Yeah. Jalen Brown being jacked.
Yo, why does Why does Jalen look like a priest, right? I mean, maybe he's just like, maybe he is my priest, but like it looks like his shirt is just he's rocking that like
the
I know he's not, but
I'll explain this. I can explain this. So like, you know how like Larry Bird, like when the game got too easy for him and he just started like, you know, like playing with like a left hand and like getting insanely like drunk like during the games, or like just giving himself back injuries, like tarring his own like driveway just like because he was like so bored. Jalen is doing that, but like for being cool. So like, what's like the least cool thing? That's right, Catholic priests like from like the mid 90s on. So he's here to like use his coolness. Like this is like a test. Like, can you make being like a Catholic priest like after the spotlight like investigation?
Can we
turn
picture
that around?
Dude, Jalen is a visionary. He knows who's the coolest public intellectual.
The Pope?
Cornell West.
Yeah, exactly.
So he is now dressing like a theologian.
Bro, he's priest up with a visor on and a fanny pack, and we're like, dude, this guy is like way too cool.
He is like literally cooler than Prince. Like, how is he doing this?
I don't know, man. That takes a while. Prince put in years of work of being that cool. I think, we all know what number one is. This is, without question, Efren once again broke the internet with this one, and this is high quality
paper.
I mean, like, how do you do better than that? I don't think you do better than that. I'm sorry. That's the best one I've seen. And you guys all put in great submissions. That's the best one. That's amazing.
That's his masterpiece.
Yeah, I'd like to credit this because like it's gonna look like it's photoshopped, and it is, but it's not photoshopped in the way you think. If you look closely, that's actually just a Yabu ass from a different picture. So it's actually not alive, like, which is my favorite little flourish on this, is that it's actually Yabu's ass, just photoshopped back on, which is fucking incredible, and just all in all, outstanding work.
This is legitimately fantastic and actually legitimately broke the internet. So, Efren, once again, I mean, just fantastic work, guys. This was probably one of the most fun episodes we've ever had in our show's history. So I want to first off thank all of you guys out there in the weird Celtics Twitter world for sending us all these great memes. You guys rock.
Rock on, dude.
Yeah, keep doing the weird stuff. That's the best stuff. It is great. And this particular faction of Celtics fans is the best. And with that, we got to bounce. But I got to tell you, this was one of the more enjoyable shows we've done. Thanks primarily to the Riffs man, Hebert, who is a lifelong Pelicans fan and a lifelong Croatian fan and a big Robert Williams fan.
Mind Sherpa
and all those fun things.
Patreon,
shout out to Hebert of Riffs, Sam Sheehan, LP Lucky's Pipe, my guy producing this entire show, Matt Ignall, who is
the silent hero, Matt Ignall.
The best. Yeah. I'm Evan Valenti. We'll see you guys next time. Another edition of Very Weird Celtics Roundtable here on CLNS Media.